have been returning to life.
All right, so now we're streaming. I'm going to do the shares, and I'll tell you when to hit it.
How long do you want the fade out to be? I have it set to 10.
I think I do like 20 or 30. It's a very long fade for that.
All right, I'll set it to 20 because 30 seems excessive.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
It's like fading out.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
That's fine.
Yeah.
However that is fine.
That's 20
How did
seconds.
she come to have sex with a dead man?
Call me Radio Unit 91.
Okay. I brought some mead, too.
Oh, cool.
Not my mead. My mead came out terrible.
Oh. All right. So... Goody gumdrops. All right, so
28 notifications.
so okay, so yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, yeah. I already forgot I was doing it. I'm ready.
I'm supposed to tell you because
Yeah.
I have to hit record. So you hear the
Yeah.
clicks, right?
Mhm.
When I go. All right, hang on.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio.
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right.
I'm the engineer today.
It's pure power.
Yeah. I don't enjoy it.
What?
Having to do stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like pressure,
Like
right?
when you said like, so you ready to go? I had already completely forgotten that I was doing it. It had been 20 seconds.
Oh, welcome everybody to episode number 204. We're doing really well over here.
Yeah. Second cancellation this month.
Yeah,
right?
the something like that. Yeah, and it's probably been what, the fourth or fifth in the past couple months.
Probably, yeah.
It's getting
Some for pretty legit reasons,
yeah.
and this one it just timing. He had to reschedule.
Yeah.
So
We were
yeah,
supposed
so Skate 45 will be on. It'll be April 8th.
All right, yeah, Skate45, sk845.com. Check them out. Local skate shop on Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, 47 Raymond Avenue. Or I'm sorry, 37 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, check those guys out. Skate45 LLC on Facebook. No hard feelings. Shit happens.
Yeah.
We all know that.
I also should have confirmed with him yesterday. I just forgot until today.
No, it's fine.
And then,
Closing in on the big day, so everything's a little bit
what big day?
scary. May 5th.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're a ways out.
Yeah,
So-
we'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, I think starting next week, we'll start announcing people that we have. So
Yeah.
you can get an idea.
Vendors and
But
band.
I don't want to give it away until we have, checks in hand and that kind of thing. But we're, we have enough now where if we didn't get any more vendors, we could still do it.
That's right.
And we wouldn't look ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you have 5, it would look like shit. We are still looking for food vendors. That's the biggest thing. So if anybody out there knows anybody, you got to be local. It's got to be fairly artisan, handmade. We don't want to, fucking deep fried Twinkies or anything like that.
Yeah, fuck your mother with that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
although if somebody called up and they said, "Yeah, we deep fry Twinkies," I'd be like, "That'll be fine." But especially we're looking for people to do tastings because both our beer sponsors don't have the staff to be at the event, but they
know why? Because they're a small local business,
Yeah.
and that's what we stand for here.
Yeah. So
all I
so
can think about is fucking someone's mother with a deep fried Twinkie. That's all that's running through my head right now.
All right. Do you want to make that the show title?
I mean, no.
I don't think it'd hold up. I think it would just mush. Wouldn't even go in there.
I'm still kind of reeling over the death of America's sweetheart, Luke Perry.
Yeah.
You said
I didn't even know.
I got the cancellation notification from Adam at about 5:15, and I was like, all right, time to do some content hunting. And I was doing some beforehand too, just out of preparation, but it just like
because you never know. Because I've never even met this guy from Skate 45.
Yeah.
So he could be a total dud. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No offense if you're not, but I haven't met you. I just don't know.
They seem fun. They always posting videos about silly shit that they're doing at the shop. So, and they're skaters. I was actually really hoping to talk to them about rollerblading and what their feelings are on that.
Yeah, and your favorite 1990s movie? What the fuck?
Airborne.
Airborne.
Fuck yeah. Jack Black is in that.
Jesus.
He's got a little
like
bit part.
Ugh.
And Seth Green. Good movie. I don't think they put the E at the end, though. I think it's like the American version of Airborne.
Okay.
Okay? Just in case.
Sure.
But yeah,
in case you wanna check it out.
actor Luke Perry died of a massive stroke
Yeah.
today.
well,
Or was it today or yesterday?
That's
I don't
fucking
know.
cocaine for you, man.
52. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Like, I don't know too much. I didn't get a chance to really look into it too much. But, yeah, that motherfucker had to have. He was the guy. He was the heartthrob of the 90s when 90210 was going on.
Yeah, when
that
he was,
guy,
when he was 30.
He was, oh, yeah. Was he 30 when he was doing that
most
show?
of them were.
No, it couldn't
The
have
girls
been.
weren't,
Oh my
but
God,
all the
if
guys were.
He's 52 now. So if he was like, all right, so 20 years ago.
So he was like 22, 23.
20 years ago was 1999.
Yeah.
So he was like 20 something.
But that wasn't on in 99. That was an early 90s show.
Yeah. So he was 20 something.
Yeah.
He was mid 20s.
Playing a 16-year-old.
No.
Yeah, they were in high school.
They were not in high school in that show.
I think they were. I've never watched it.
I thought they were just like young adults kind of thing.
No,
in
I don't think
apartments and
so.
shit. Now we got to do 90210 research. but poor Luke Perry. Did I say Matt Perry before? I might have
I have
snuck
no
in a Matt
idea.
Perry there. I think I might have, because that's gonna be difficult. Matt Perry's more of like a nervous heartthrob than like
It's
a
an
tough
American
guy.
teen drama.
Oh, it is a teen drama, huh?
Yeah.
Sa-
Wow, it was on until 2000.
No shit.
Yeah. 1990 to 2000.
Wow. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. Well,
Yeah, Culture Shock Twins.
thoughts and prayers, Luke Perry. Not Matt
Yeah.
Perry.
Yeah, they were teenagers. I'm pretty sure they were in high school.
Fucking Jesus. All right, cool. I never watched the show.
Allegedly, according to
I think
Wikipedia.
Brooke watched the show, and there's a great Seinfeld episode about the fact that they all watched the show and they're a little embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
And it's like an unspoken thing if you watch 90210 and you're in your like when it was like at its peak and you're like in your mid to late 20s mid 20s to mid 30s. You don't watch. No, I don't watch that show, but you secretly do watch that show.
Yeah,
You know what
I mean, I think being that it started in 1990, I'm not like we were 7.
Yeah.
So, like, when you really get into stuff like that, I think you'd be like 13.
Yeah, no, that was it. It was meant for that age. It was meant for like, mid-teens.
Yeah, junior
late
high
teens.
through high school.
Yeah. Stirring up all the juices. But of course, people older watch the show too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a big thing. I know Brooke watched it. I think she watched it. I'm pretty positive she watched it. Remember the other one that was out, Melrose Place? It was like the Monkees.
Yeah.
Is like what 90210 is to the Beatles, what the Monkees is to, or the Melrose Place is what to the Monkees.
It's a terrible analogy, but
it is a horrible
Yeah.
analogy.
Yeah.
But the Monkees on my brain because what's his nuts died too, the other day.
Which guy?
The Peter York. I don't know.
I'm not too
Don't have
familiar
too
with the
much
Monkees.
respect for the Monkees in their
No.
music, but whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, Keith Flint from The Prodigy, the guy with the crazy hair and the eyeshadow and the piercings
Love
and
that
the
band, man.
and the awesome battle jacket. Yeah, that was Fat of the Land was an amazing album.
Yeah. Yeah, now I got to be a fucking rube and go pick it up.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to. That CD was definitely lent out to somebody in the late 90s, and I never got it
I
back.
swear, I look whenever I go to Dark Side or actually the flea market. This is a good. Well, first of all, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
To
and
Keith
yet another
Flint and his
apparent
family.
suicide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was an apparent suicide at this point. He was 49. 49. This is actually a good segue because whenever I'm in Dark Side or, flea markets or whatever the hell, I always rifle through the CDs, the cheap CDs to see what I could get. And Prodigy, if I saw Prodigy Fat of the Land, I'd scoop that right up.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
I had it on tape. I don't know what the hell happened to
Yeah.
it, but that was a long time ago.
That's the one with the crab on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. But this past weekend we went. I'm sorry. Yesterday, Sunday, we tried to go just thrift shopping or antiquing and everything. As I sip my wine.
Yeah. Very fancy man. Do you want to do this? Or
Yeah.
no, finish your story and then I'll
Yeah. We'll go into that because this is simple. So I'm rifling through the CDs there, find a couple things. MTV Unplugged, 10,000 Maniacs. Fuck yeah, that's a good find. I found a Florence and the Machine CD for Brooke, and
for my wife.
and I stumbled upon. Hold on, let me see if this little nugget. This is called Thrash Ratchet. And this is significant because one of the our fellow baristas at the Craft Cup at 44 Raymond Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York, Angela, this is her dad's band.
Really?
Well, not anymore. He's not the lead singer anymore. But he's the lead singer. The band's called Thrash
Is he
Ratchet.
on that album?
He is on this album.
That's awesome.
And I'll show you a picture. That's him on all the way to the left.
That's
Hernandez.
hilarious.
Yes. And I'm rifling through, I'm like, Thrash Ratchet. I was just talking about that with, and I'm pretty sure it was Angela, so I text her. I'm like, hey, it was your dad's band that was Thrash Ratchet, right? And she's just like, yeah. And then I sent her a picture of this, and I'm like, I'm buying this with a smile on my face. And she could not contain herself. It was completely ridiculous. This was released in 2003.
It's called Big Boss is Pissed.
Big Boss is Pissed. And it's like, I can play a cut from it.
You're going to get tagged for that?
Probably not, because this is like super, this is very,
Let me see.
That's homemade, kind of. It was made at actually...
Blast Records.
Yeah, it's a local record company
Yeah.
that probably isn't around
I mean, we might
anymore.
get hit from whatever, but we'll just get permission and contest it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll...
Just don't play more than like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I've reached out to
10
see if we
seconds
could play it, but I didn't get a response back. But this was done at Millbrook's Sound Studios, which is a beautiful recording studio. I don't know if they're still around, but check this out. This is called Big Boss is Pissed. This is the title track.
Yeah. It's definitely not for me.
Yeah, this is more up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, it's like Prong or
Yeah.
this song is I get like Helmet and Prong and Snot, but the rest of the album is more like Motorhead, kind of. And I'm not a
Should
huge
have them
fan
play
of
your
Motorhead.
birthday party. Have them get together.
Well, I was looking on their website, which is not the best, guys.
it's
come
probably
on.
from 2003.
I think it is. It's like an Angel Fire page. It
Yeah.
looks like an Angel Fire page, but I was checking at their Facebook page. It's fucking awesome. It's pretty good. I don't hate it, but
I'm not a fan. It's just not my lane.
it's I was looking on their Facebook page, and they're like making new music and stuff. They got a new singer, and I think the post was their new singer's name and whatever this guy's name, Chris, I think his name. Let's call him Jeremy. I don't know. Jeremy and Chris are talking about amazing things right now. So maybe old singer, new singer come together for a show.
That'd be
In
cool.
the
Yeah, the near future, maybe.
recent future, maybe.
The
I don't
recent
know.
future.
Yeah, the recent future.
Brilliant.
How about write that one down? That one's good. Nice and
So,
nice and stupid.
Speaking of CD deals,
Oh, boy.
I was at the Salvation Army on Futor on Main Street. Just like looking for cameras and stuff, and I got Screaming Trees, Sweet Oblivion for $1.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's a good album.
At once, I was just sitting there, like on top of everything.
Not as good as Dust.
And I went
But still
through.
good.
That's one of the few that I don't have by them. So,
Really?
Yeah. So that went.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty
That's
good.
like that was
Yeah.
the one where they hit.
Yeah.
Nearly Lost
You
You's
nearly
on that,
lost
yeah.
us on there. Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I have Dust and Uncle Anesthesia, and maybe one other one. I think they only had like 4, right?
Oh, yeah, it was Uncle Anesthesia, Sweet Oblivion, Dust. That might be it.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of EPs and stuff.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of that I have.
They had a lot of like EPs and splits and 7 inches and all that kind of stuff right before they
Yeah, they've
before
got
they
a
made Uncle
bunch.
Anesthesia.
They got a bunch of other stuff. I don't know how many studio albums. Yeah, they got a bunch.
I'm pretty sure they called it quits after Dust, though.
Yes. No, they had one more.
Oh, they
so
did?
They had Clairvoyance as their first album, followed by Even If and Especially When, Invisible Lantern,
Invisible Lantern, I do know.
Buzz Factory, Uncle Anesthesia, Sweet Oblivion, Dust, and Last Words, the final recordings.
Oh, so that must have been like a
Yeah.
slap together because his alcoholism was bad.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mark.
So then they're on some compilations, and then they've got like 6 EPs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. They just always were putting out music,
Yeah.
and I think we've talked about it before. I like that. I like just like
I would rather a band. We've talked about it a bunch.
Yeah,
of times. I
just-
would rather a band come out with an EP like every 4 months than to come out with one album every 2 years.
I like the album
you know?
experience, but nowadays it's almost impossible, and I think it's better off for bands if they're just throwing. I don't agree with it, but because of the way, for their sake, it's better if they keep putting out music to stay relevant because our attention spans are so short nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for that kind of thing. You can't take 10 years to make another record. Like everybody, did you hear about this too?
What?
Tool's new record is. I think it's in the engineering, the mixing phases or whatever the hell. And like, Tool fans are just like, cool. Like they just don't give a fuck anymore. They're like actually like pissed. They're like just really fucking annoyed that we had to wait 10 years.
So you can make shitty wine
Guys,
in the fucking
come
desert.
on, man. It's just like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Maynard's like, you know what's a good idea? Planting fucking grapes in sand. I'm gonna do that instead of make fucking good music.
Apparently, he's doing really well. He has to.
Yeah, his
for
wine
50
sucks.
for $50 a bottle.
Yeah, I had it at a restaurant because I was like, well, I gotta try it. It was like an $18 pour, and it sucked. It sucked.
Really?
It was not good at all. I don't remember what it was. I just remember not liking it.
Oh,
Being like, just I don't even know what variety it was, but I was like, I I could buy 3 bottles of red wine for what I just paid for this that I would like better. Like the whole bottle. Fuck that shit.
Well, we'll just hop aboard the Segway train here because
Sure.
here's another one. Hit it. You can't do it?
Oh. You need to communicate a little bit better.
It's
You
what
just
are
said
you
hit it.
drinking?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So, yeah. I am drinking 7 Moons Red Blend from my local
Sounds
proprietor. It is. Actually, it's very good. I think it's like, I don't know, it's like $10, $11. No big deal. But it's this crazy-ass blend. I think it's 6, or no, it's 7. Why? Of course it's 7 Moons. Syrah, Merlot, Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, Cab Sauv, Malbec, and Grenache.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It's got this big, huge, like, sweet fruit flavor and then dries right out. It's really bizarre.
Cool.
You're not a red fan, right?
I drink red.
Try.
I really only like it with food.
You try.
I don't
You
just-
try.
I don't just drink red wine.
Yeah, it's like a big berry bomb and then good dryness to it.
Yeah, that one's not for me.
Yeah.
I like a little bit more. It's too sweet.
It's super sweet
Yeah.
at first, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like a table wine. You put
Yeah.
this out and everybody
It's-
drinks and then they have a hangover the next day.
Yeah, I would need that. I would need that to go with something, like a really salty steak.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I'd be happy with that. But I mean, it's not bad, not by any means. But I would be like, I wouldn't get this again.
What are you drinking?
I'm
Fuck
drinking
face?
Founders All Day IPA,
Huh.
session ale, because I'm trying not to get so shitty.
Amy, thanks a lot for ruining our fun.
I listened back to a couple of shows. I'm like, Jesus, I don't even remember any of that. Like, that's not gonna work.
The thing is, by like you're drinking and then me drinking during the show, I probably get not as drunk, but I get close to drunk.
Yeah,
I get a little tipsy at the end of the show too, so I don't notice it as much as you do.
It's not as bad as it used to be, where I would get like really belligerent. I'm just kind of belligerent, but the problem is, I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? What am I talking about? Just babbling, just nonsense. So yeah, so we gotta dial it back a little bit.
Dead radio
so.
intervention. We've already
Well,
had that before.
the problem is that we were drinking liquor.
Oh yeah, it's been a
And,
lot of liquor.
Yeah,
lately.
I just can't do liquor anymore. I can drink liquor. It's just I overdo it way more easily. Is what the problem is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Founders All Day IPA, fantastic session ale. It's 42 IBU, 4.7% alcohol, and I love that 4.7% alcohol is a session ale,
Yeah.
a session IPA now. I mean, they used to make beer that was 3% alcohol. You just can't do that anymore. Yeah, but it's good stuff. I would highly recommend it, and I really love their choice to make a 15-pack of it.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, so it comes in a 15-pack can.
That's weird as hell.
Yeah, it's not overly priced. I think it comes to it's like $16
For 15?
Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
yeah. And then it's just like, well, there's less alcohol, so you need more of them. It makes perfect sense.
Smart guys over there, Founders.
This is a good one for mowing the lawn.
Cool. Do you want to talk? We got a couple things we could talk about. We're probably not going to go too long with this show, but I mean, we always try and say that, but
Yeah,
you never know what's going on. But we, what do you want to do here? Do you want to
we
do an
can
old
talk-
story, a new story, or do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the kayak lady,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about my new project that I've been working with an A-list actor.
And then we'll go with the new story at the end. I like it.
Yeah.
For those of you who follow this show, and I mean like way the fuck back.
Yeah.
When we first
in the
started.
70s?
70s? No.
Yeah. Earlier
when
than that?
When you start hearing dates and shit, that
Yeah.
when this happened, you're gonna fucking lose your goddamn mind. And Angelica Graswald, if everybody remembers, is the woman that was arrested on suspicion of murdering her husband on a kayaking trip in the Hudson River near Bannerman Island on April 19th, 2015.
Yeah.
That was almost 4 years ago.
So that means it's one of the first episodes.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing because we're at 200, and we took a couple of months off in there
because nothing was happening.
It's got to be somewhere between probably 20 and 30, episode 20 and 30.
Yeah.
I would love to know like our first upload.
It was a goddamn while ago.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and yeah, I mean I could go through it, but that's
No,
we
don't
time.
have to do that.
Actually, it might
well
be
that in the
difficult,
the first 10 episodes we didn't really, or it was 5 episodes we didn't really even upload them.
No, the 1 through 7.
Okay.
We were just like winging it, seeing if whatever was happening. But she's back in the news now because she did an article with L
magazine.
L or Ella?
L.
Okay. So and it's a fucking read and a half. It's long.
Yeah. Did you read the whole thing or you just skim it?
I had to skim it. I didn't have enough time to actually sit and read it because there's a lot of words in this.
Is she still maintaining her innocence?
She absolutely is.
Yeah, because she didn't fucking do it.
I don't know.
I think that she, in my professional opinion, I think she's a crazy bitch and wanted him dead and said, "Oh, he's drowning. Good. I'm not going to help."
Yeah.
That's what I think happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But in any case, she's back in the spotlight because she did a very long interview with Elle magazine.
So she's out now?
She's out.
Okay. So she must have cut a deal, and if she served,
she's on probation right now.
Well, they must not have had a very strong case if they pled it down that much.
They folded to something really simple and like time served and all that shit. And
yeah, because so she served probably a maximum of like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she must have just gotten manslaughter or something like that.
I think it was like 2. I'm trying to look because the way that this article reads is like it keeps flashing it's they woke up hungover on April 19th and they went to blah 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 and then it flashes forward and then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Christ.
It's like
it's not news, it's an entertainment.
It is news because there is stuff that
but that magazine is not like a news magazine.
Right.
It's like a lifestyle magazine.
Yeah, it's more of a
I don't really know it. I just know it from like the covers.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. Let me see here.
We should try and get her on the show.
Oh.
Probably wouldn't be that hard.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to talk to her. She sounds nuts.
We all thought she was in her 20s. Aside from a handful of court dates, this is Griswold's first time back on the east side of the Hudson. It's the closest she's been to Bannerman Island. True to her word, she lags behind and trail. Oh, this is like the interview that they're talking about. Once her parole is over, her first order of business is to go to Washington, D.C. to sort out her immigration status. Once she wants to go back to Latvia to meet her nephew and probably never come back. Her family's desperate for her to leave the U.S. permanently before she leaves the country. She wants to the Grand Canyon, yada, 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 yada. There, again, ELLE.com, L.com. Just check it out. And if you're curious, what this sounds like is like her trying to put forth her
side of the
story. Side of the story. And here's the title of the title of the article is "Slippery When Wet." And the front fucking picture, let me show you this shit. This is kind of nuts. Is come on, buddy, we can do this together. Here we go. We got it. All right. Look at the main photo of this fucking thing. Hold on. I gotta get to the top here. Oh, of course.
Your computer is awesome.
It's so slow right now. It's a picture of her. Yeah, that's her. Underwater. With like ripples and stuff. Like she's like right below the surface looking up.
This is very stupid.
Creepy, right?
Yeah.
Why would they fucking do that? Come on now.
Because they're trying to get clicks.
And they sure are. At least for me.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
I mean, if it is the case that it is what I'm thinking, that she just let him drown.
yeah.
At least she went to prison for a little while, but I definitely don't think if they had anything concrete, she'd be serving,
She
20 to life or whatever.
pled guilty to criminally negligent homicide. So it's they.
So that's basically where you just let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're 14 months ago, she was released on parole, having served 31 months in Orange County Jail and 1 month in Bedford Hills Correctional Facility. Yeah.
Well, that's not that long.
It's really not.
Yeah.
But yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm thinking she probably would have served nothing if there wasn't a language barrier or she wasn't fucking crazy.
And on top of that, she is getting there's a Netflix show called The Confession Tapes, which I haven't watched.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I heard it's good.
I'm sure Kathleen has watched it because she's a creep like that.
Yep.
And that is going to be, I guess, the new season, whatever new season is coming out for that. This whole thing is going to be her confession, her 13-hour confession or whatever the fuck it was.
Can't make any money off of it.
No, she can't.
Yeah.
It's just she
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. However, she can do articles and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but they can't pay her for that article because she's even though it's criminally negligent homicide,
honestly,
it's still homicide.
What it seems to me, it looks like she does. What it seems like to me is she's trying to paint herself in a better light.
Yeah.
Here's what stands out for me, and I know this is the militant atheist in me. But she said that she was baptized again, and now she's a born-again Christian.
Oh, Jesus.
Which to me sounds like either she's trying to get right with God or it's
just fucking optics, I think.
Yes, that's
she's trying
optics, yeah.
Yeah, because she probably wants to get her legal status established so that they don't deport her, so that she has choices. Because once if she becomes she was married. If she becomes a U.S. citizen, it opens a lot more doors to move to other countries besides fucking Latvia.
Why, you don't think Latvia is a nice place to live? Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Latvian tourism.
I just imagine it looking exactly like Eurotrip. With the guy,
I buy my own.
Yeah,
hotel.
the guy's got that little fucking Etzel or whatever with the Southern flag on the roof, and it's painted orange like the General Lee. It's like, we love Americans. Miami Vice, #1 new show.
Well, Latvia is a country on the Baltic Sea between Lithuania and Estonia. Just so you know, it's their capital is Riga. Their dialing code is +371. I don't know how you say that.
I didn't know that at all.
It's 1.95 million people live there, and they use the euro.
Cool.
Is it safe to go to Latvia? Is the top question asked about Latvia. Overall safe, the crime rates are relatively low, and even pickpockets are not that common. However, it is advised that you remain vigilant. Vigilant at all times. Remain vigilant. Yeah, it's fine. We can do this. We can do this show on me pronouncing shit wrong.
It's just gonna be any of the titles are just gonna be stupid shit you say.
So yeah. Oh, wikitravel.org. Let's check out Latvia. Baltic State, Belarus. Oh, that's where Belarus is.
So apparently it's not as bad as I was imagining, huh?
Climate, it's
I was just imagining rubble.
Yeah, I do too. But there's no reason why you should.
Because of Eurotrip. Yeah, it just looks like a fucking bombed out city.
Riga, the capital city, is with more than 800 years of history, with the popular holiday suburb of Jurmala.
Any Latvians listening?
Yeah. Send us some. There might be some Irish listening. There might be some Irish folk listening. Another segue, quick, I guess, since we're talking about European travel.
Mhm.
Our good friend, Michael Bleakley, writer
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
head writer of Tim Cop. Him and his lady are over there bopping around Ireland and putting Dead Radio stickers all over.
Oh, that's awesome.
All over everything that they probably shouldn't be putting them
Yeah,
on. They put them on a
Has
support
he been
beam.
sending them to you?
Yeah. Lauren is her.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't remember her Instagram page, but
Well, I'll steal them and repost them.
yeah, they've been posting them. It's just the one right now. It's pretty fucking cool because they didn't have to do that, but they did. She said that they posted it and walked away, and then just kept an eye on it. And they said a bunch of people were
Taking pictures
taking
of it?
pictures of it and everything like that.
Cool.
Figuring out what it is. So we might have a couple listeners from
That's awesome.
from the old
I'm gonna go ahead and check.
Vintage Lauren D. Vintage Lauren D on Instagram if you want to check it out. I'm sure she's got
We have one in Ireland, and that is probably Mike,
a mic.
because it goes by the download.
Yeah.
So if he's in Ireland and it downloaded to his phone, ooh, still one in Senegal,
Hey buddies.
Netherlands, Denmark, 19 in Sweden, 2 in Russia,
Senegal.
2 in Australia.
The one in Senegal is an iPhone in a warehouse
Yeah.
on a wall of a million other
Yeah.
iPhones clicking away. Have you heard about that? I
Yeah.
told you about that. The
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Spotify farm or whatever
Mhm.
the fuck it's called, streaming farms.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can find
Why
any.
they picked us, I don't know, but thank you. Thank you very much.
I heard about this thing.
Please fluff our numbers.
I heard about this thing, and it's completely legal, and everyone does it. But you know those things that you see, they're all clickbaity, and then you go to it, and it tells you part of the story, and then you got to click to go to another page. So you got to click to go to another page.
No click
You want to know what
buttons.
those are?
No.
Those are sites, even like sites like fucking CNN.
Mm-hmm.
They buy those clicks to conflate their own traffic. Yeah.
So they're
Not necessarily CNN.
they're
but
renting the click button.
Yeah. So they just go, yeah, this is part of our site.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And everybody's doing it apparently. Just for ad revenue. And it's just like an accepted thing. Yeah.
It's Wild West. This
Yeah.
this platforming and
Yeah.
or podcasts and free content. They got to try and figure out a way to monetize as best they can.
I think the future of it is just going to be live reads on everything.
Well, I was complaining at first. The D&D podcast I listened to, they had a campaign, first campaign. They're on their second campaign. Their first campaign, their fans want an animated series of it. And they were going to do a kind of like a prequel to when they started streaming. They were 22 sessions in before they started live streaming the show. So they wanted to do like an animated thing for those 22 episodes, I guess. So their goal, they started a Kickstarter. Their goal was $750,000 in 45 days. Within 24 hours, they had $1 million.
Yeah.
Within 2 days, it's up to $2 million, and it's just going up. I actually went on the site. The fucking numbers, as I'm looking at it, just kept clicking up, and another backer, and another backer, and another
That's fucking
backer. It's
crazy.
ridiculous. But
The coolest part about that is you don't even need to use all of that for your project. They can just pocket it if they want.
Well, if they wanted to, but that just means that's just one episode, $750,000 animated. Everybody paid one episode, so now they got what, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this could lead to something big. But what I'm trying to get at is they also split from their production company, Geek and Sundry. Not Geek and Sundry invited them on to post to do their show.
Yeah. They're like a podcast network.
Kinda content network, I would
Okay.
call. Again, another thing that's part of this whole, trying to get ad space thing. So they broke away. Now they're only on Twitch, which kind of sucks because I can't watch the show because there's no fast forward rewind buttons on Twitch,
Oh yeah.
which is shit.
Yeah.
Total shit. So if you're watching live and you get home late and you miss the beginning of the show, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's
Enjoy just sitting here.
Do they do a podcast or is it just on there?
It's well, they turn it into a podcast, and then they put it up on YouTube, but they put them up on Mondays. They live stream on Thursday, so you gotta wait 4 days.
That's smart though. That's the way, because what's happening is then they get massive numbers from Twitch, and then they get people who had to punch in and out,
but
going to YouTube.
Here's the other thing: if you want archived stuff from their first campaign, or if you want to watch VOD stuff, video on demand stuff, before Monday, you have to pay $5.99 a month.
Yeah.
And I jumped on the Twitch live.
Yeah.
And it has that chat room bullshit that people are obsessed with for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
As that's going through, you could see, this person subscribed, this person subscribed, this person subscribed. So every time you subscribe, it shows in the chat room.
So they're making millions off this show.
They are cleaning up.
Yeah.
And it's all, and that's where this whole, internet-based, shows and what used to be free content is now going away slowly.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay for everything. UFC, for instance, they just broke up with Fox. And now they're on ESPN Plus, which is a $5.99 or $4.99 a month thing that you have to get. You get all this sports shit. If you're into sports, it's great. But if you're like me, who I just like to watch UFC. I just like to watch MMA or hockey if it's on.
Or you
maybe.
Can just watch it on Twitch. Yeah, the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They estimated that more people were watching it on Twitch than people who actually paid for it.
Shit. Yeah.
Because they couldn't keep up with the live streams, because as soon as one would drop off, 600 would pop up.
But I think,
and it's so easy to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, they had a bunch of pirated streams out there, and there was
happens all the time.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people watching.
There are certain Hudson Valley bars that may or may not use those. Use things like that.
See, I wouldn't do that.
No, you get dinged hard.
Jail.
That's a big risk. You go to jail. It's like,
yeah,
you serve up to 5 years in a federal correctional facility. It's like what, $10,000,
something like that,
for stealing cable, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like stealing that shit, stealing a pay-per-view. But
that's wild.
Yeah. So. But who the fuck's gonna buy that? All these networks are doing this streaming thing. Disney. You're not gonna be, all Marvel shows are off of Netflix. Any Marvel movies, you gotta go. You have to be subscribed and pay for the Disney Channel. Who the fuck?
I think the
wants
only
to do that.
Well, it's rumored. Nobody really knows. I mean, I could tell you why, but they canceled Jessica Jones. Luke Cage and
Iron Fist is canceled. Like, it's not coming back.
Well, yeah, none of those aren't either. Probably because the licensing fees went up so fucking much.
No. Disney owns full rights.
I know, but they licensed it to Netflix.
I understand. Yeah.
And they probably had something in their contract that after X amount of years, the licensing is going to go up.
And boy, did it.
Yeah, and it's probably worth it for Daredevil and Punisher because they're incredibly popular, but it's not worth it for the other ones. I think Jessica Jones had its merits, but the other two sucked.
Oh, yeah, Luke Cage and Luke Cage wasn't.
But they have the advantage of, they might be able to license those characters just to make appearances on Daredevil because there is crossover, but who knows?
Yeah, it's just all the shows are gone, all the movies are gone.
It really wouldn't bother me if Daredevil had one more season and it was done. I don't want it to just stop.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Jessica Jones had potential. It could have gotten better. There was some good shit, and there were storylines that aren't finished.
Just the fight scenes.
Yeah. Kind of boring.
It's just people grabbing other people and throwing them. And then they run over and they grab them and they throw them again. Yeah. It's just like, guys, just punch them once.
Yeah.
Once in the chest. They're dead, and they're just not coming back. You're superheroes. Just hit the normal person once.
Yeah, it was very silly.
Stop throwing them around like a ridiculous person.
Well, do you want to talk about more Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes!
So do you want to pull me up over here?
Got some Segway shit going on. This is
So this is
top
not
grade
technically
professional-
Dungeons and Dragons. This is tabletop role playing.
Yes, which is, what a tabletop RPG is what D&D
Dungeons
is.
and Dragons is. God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
We got to get a high definition TV for down here. There we go. I had to make the window tiny.
Itty fucking bitty.
All right. So, for those that don't know,
Adam's been working on something special.
so I've been working with Lou Agresta, who's been on the show.
Needs to come back, and
Yeah.
not because of this, but he should have been back well before.
Yeah.
I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's a
Well,
good.
he hasn't had much to promote,
Yeah.
but this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So, as we discussed last time, Lou is a writer for
Pathfinder and
Pathfinder
Starfinder.
series and Starfinder. So those are. It's not Dungeons and Dragons; it's a separate company.
Yeah,
but it is tabletop role-playing games.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
They have different rules.
What
It's
the-
a little more
The
complicated. right?
Beatles is to Dungeons and Dragons what Pathfinder. No, it's not. Pathfinder's actually a really good
Yeah.
game, apparently. But,
So it's like the Pathfinder would be the Rolling Stones.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
perfect.
So they came out with this new game. It's within the Starfinder universe.
Mm.
It's called Grimmer Space, and the
Or
and I'll get
Grimer Space if you're an idiot.
no, it's Grimmer Space.
Oh,
There would
okay.
need to be one M. So what I've been doing, I'll get to in a moment, but a little bit of backstory. So Grimmer Space takes place Starfinder universe, and I'm probably butchering all of this.
I
But
might know more about it
Yeah,
than
the
you.
idea is that it takes place, in the future. It's technologically advanced. Everyone's in outer space. There's all these different planets, all this cool shit. There's aliens, but there's no magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then this thing happens. It's they call it the Purple Tear, and then these mages from another dimension are leading this army that has all this magic. So actually, I should just let Sean Astin explain it.
Oh shit!
Hi, I'm Sean Astin. You may know
Yeah,
me from The
so
Lord of the Rings or
it's very
Stranger
exciting.
Things, even The
I
Alphas
got
or Jeremiah
Yeah, there we go.
or The Strain. But you might not know
So
that
I did
I've
all the
joined
green
my
screen
friends
on
Lou
this.
Agresta and Roan Barton to develop an RPG
Yeah,
So,
setting
hang on.
and
Here,
adventure
go to-
game called
Yeah, so
Real
you're going to
quick.
want to go to grimmerspace.com, and you can check out this video for yourself. But we'll play the audio right now. And basically what I did for this project was I didn't get to meet Sean, unfortunately. Hopefully I, get to chat with him on the phone or something. But I did the green screen along with help from Tyler at a special effects studio out in California. I did all the graphic work, all the animations, stuff like that. And yeah, it's been kind of, being able to work with footage from an A-list actor. I'm not working directly with him, but working with Lou and Roan. They're the director, producer. And then Tyler's the visual effects guy. So I'm basically doing the editing work as well as graphic work. So there's gonna be a lot more to come, but this is what I've been working on the past week.
Space. And it's more than just one book. We're planning at least 3 plus 2 full-length adventures because the Grimmer Space world is sci-fi and it's horror. And it's also about an ancient army of sinister wizards invading a far-off galaxy. The advanced civilizations of Grimmer Space have
Sorry if
always
this is
beaten
boring
whatever
for
the
everybody.
universe threw at them.
Fuck it.
Alien invasions,
We're not doing nothing.
bioengineered super plagues, just another day in the office. But they've never faced anything like magic before, not even close. Picture it. Science fiction heroes locked and loaded against an onslaught of science fantasy villains.
Could you
ever
ima-
want to shoot a mage
that?
in the neck? Now's your chance, soldier.
Yeah, could you imagine if the fucking Space Marines,
Yeah.
Apone and the crew,
Yeah.
walk in and the aliens can cast Fireball.
Yeah. Some spells and shit.
dominate
Grimmer
person,
Space
and then
has
Apone
so
starts
many unique
fucking
worlds to explore.
shooting his own people.
Factions to join or defy, civilizations
Yeah,
to
so it's got
discover,
really cool
terror
artwork, and it's going to be
planets,
like a big,
galaxy-wide
like hardcover
mysteries,
book
and
with
they all let
adventures and
you
all that kind of stuff.
star
So
in mind-blowing
Well, they call them.
adventures
I think
from
they call them
some of the
modules
favorite
or
players' names.
game or systems
Our
where.
authors and artists
Here,
have
pause it.
already created amazing things for Grimmer Space.
Trying.
And it's my honor to make sure.
For what just for people who aren't in the know, there are rules. This game, it's almost impossible to explain Dungeons and Dragons. Basically, there's a rule set that you follow, and
or don't.
And that's the thing with Dungeons and Dragons and these things. Like a lot of it is homebrew stuff. They call it like just stuff that you make up, and that as long as it's not too overpowered, you put it in the game. There's no like ruling body over this thing. However, for people who are just don't want to come up with their own stories or just want to have a quick game or whatever, they make these things called modules or extensions, or they got other names for them too. And they're basically pre-packaged stories that you can use for either inspiration, or you can just go through the entire story word for word and improv and stuff. It's very open-ended.
Yeah.
But they make these to basically start something new. And like that's what Starfinder was. Pathfinder is the main thing. Starfinder is kind of like the genre of that, where they take the Pathfinder mechanics and attach them to something that's like in space.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we were actually going to do with Lou on this show.
Yeah.
And then we figured out how long this shit takes, and now I'm in my own Now I'm in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I post weekly called Roll for Semantics that my wife is in. How fucking weird is that shit?
So
it's Lou's fault.
It's Lou's fault.
It really is. We had him on the
it.
show. He was saying all this stuff. I went back to the Crafted Cup at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, started talking about it. Julia and Matt piped up and said and started talking about it, and another guy we had working with us, and then boom, it just I went into this, dug deep into this hole called
and now you have 2 podcasts.
Role-playing games. Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I mean, like we can, if you want to.
Yeah, there's not much left.
Yeah.
Every storyline
So
in
it's
your
just
game
like I did all the
has that
animation
Hollywood
stuff, and then Lou did all of these plotographs, which is like these moving picture things.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you have an Instagram account, you've seen them.
Yeah. It's like it looks like a still picture, but there's like stuff in the background that's moving.
We did like just panning effect, and this is pretty funny.
From their last mission, so I'm doing this video alone.
Yeah,
We
so
can't do
I'll
this
let him do the
alone.
plug.
We need your help to make Grimmer Space happen. Thank you, and we'll see you in Grimmer Space.
So, and then I did this logo here, which I think I showed you.
Yeah.
Which that took forever. It was like at the computer all day. I'm like, Amy, you want to see what I made? Comes over and it's fucking 4 seconds long.
So yeah,
But,
it's
that shit takes forever.
grimmerspace.com.
Yeah, grimmerspace.com. They're on Twitter as well. It's at grimmerspace, I believe.
And with any luck, we get fucking Samwise Gamgee on the phone on the phone or on the show.
So, yeah, he said he liked the video and all of that. He hasn't seen everything I've done, but we're for the most part, like I wasn't even gonna do this. This was like an add-on to the original quote. But we're doing like news reports, and those are gonna come out.
Yeah,
like as they go, and I like
Sunder Mages.
Yeah,
I've seen all the videos. Like
yeah, so like,
already.
but I can't share any of those because they got to come out like at certain certain intervals. But yeah, so it's been a pretty cool project, and there's still a lot to fucking do.
Yeah, of course. That's the thing. Adam was talking to me. I should say you were talking to me the other day about how much fucking work goes into just like a minute, 60 seconds of video and the editing that needs to be done.
If you're really good and you're not doing anything fancy, if you're making a 20-minute video, it'll probably take you 20 hours to edit it. And that's if you're not doing anything crazy. Like I said, that right there, there's probably 25 hours in that video.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because I'm inexperienced, and like Lou comes to me, he's like, "Can you handle this?" I was like, "I'll learn how to do it from YouTube."
YouTube's
I'll figure
magic.
it out.
It's wonderful,
you know,
wonderful
and
magic.
I didn't bill him for any of the time that I was learning, but you know, now I can realize the shit that I learned doing this, I can make a lot of money off of.
Yeah.
Especially like if you had a video component to your podcast to do an animated logo. You know, that to most that's worth $300-400.
Yeah.
You know, if I can knock that out in a day, that's totally worth my time. So I'm going to start marketing towards, you know, YouTubers and stuff like that.
So yeah, grimmerspace.com. Check it out if you're a tabletop gamer. That's coming out. And
yeah, and the Kickstarter's not up yet. They just released that they're going to be doing it. Kickstarter starts in May. They're trying to drum up some support for it before the Kickstarter starts, so that they could have a really big first day. Sean Astin being involved, which, by the way, Kathleen knew who he was. Yeah,
she did. It took a little prodding, but we got it out of her.
Yeah, I was like, have you seen the Goonies? I started there. She's like, yeah. I was like, he's the kid, like the main kid. Not the Truffle Shuffle kid, the main kid, the main character.
And then she was like, did they have a guy in there and he had his face was all messed up? I always felt bad for him. I'm like, that's Sloth.
Yeah, but
Sloth
then she goes,
loves Chunk.
wait, was he Bob? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, Bob
Newby.
What are you talking
Bob
about?
Newby,
Bob from
superhero.
Bob from Stranger Things.
Bob the Brain.
Yeah. So I was
Rest
like,
in peace,
yes,
Bob.
good job, Kathleen. I was like, have you seen The Lord of the Rings or Rudy?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Samwise? No.
Yeah.
Rudy?
But
I know Rudy.
If we could ever wrangle an interview with him, I just want to line up at least 10 questions just about Rudy.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, we just side note, I'm rewatching Stranger Things season 2 and he like just died.
yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, that's a fucking brutal scene.
Yeah.
He gets away, he shuts the door, the thing smashes against the door, there's that smile, and then out of nowhere, blah! I'm like, no,
Yeah, I think he
Bob!
would have been fucked even if he had the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. He was a good man.
Yeah.
Poor Bob. So, holy shit, that was an hour.
Yeah. Let's pee.
Let's pee quick, and then we'll come back. We'll do a little bit extra.
Are you gonna be able to do music?
Yeah. I think
Did you set up your iTunes this week?
I did. I fucking
job.
did, bitch. Look
what
at
was the
me,
other
motherfucker.
What else do we need to talk about?
There's one couple. I don't know.
Oh, we got Hudson Valley Hank.
Oh yeah. We got.
So I want to play that.
Okay. Well, cue that up.
Yeah.
And I'll figure this out. Don't. I'm gonna turn your volume down all the way, so it's not an issue. But yeah, we're gonna do the whole the old bathroom thing, and we're gonna. Hold on, I don't want to play that. I want to play something else. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, real quick before we go, check out Hudson Valley Creatorfest at HV Creatorfest on Facebook. We're doing a festival. You should know that by now. Mike Bleakley checking in from. Is he still in the?
He just said count me in. I don't know what.
The land of ire.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, count me in. I don't know.
Sure.
He's just inviting.
Let us know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just let us know what you're inviting yourself to.
All
right. Let me let's listen to stupid Frank McGinnis in American film history. We'll be right back.
Shake my hand and disagree. Hey, is there an easier way to do this? Okay, is there a prettier way to do this? So hey, is there an easier way to do this? Okay, is there a prettier way to do this?
This is Frank from the band American Film History, and you're listening to Dead Radio Podcast.
All right.
Yeah!
And we're back. Looks like our good buddy Tony O over at Knitting His Metals checking in. Alice in Chains vibe song. Yeah, that was
that's Mrs. Rosen. By
Mrs.
Francis
Rosen
Dean.
by Francis Dean. And they're asking about what we played on the break, which we should start writing down so we can
Tag him.
tag them. Yeah, but first song was Gut by American Film History off the album Be Content with Your Light, Child. And also, the second one was Mrs. Rosen by Francis Dean off of Blue York EP. Rest in peace, Francis Dean. Not the person, the band.
I really hope that they figure something out because they were so good.
They were amazing. It was an amazing, amazing band, and it's a shame that they had to go bye-bye.
Well, I mean, I think it's even just mostly the lead singer. Like, not talk shit about the other guys, but they even said, "Oh yeah, he writes all the music and all the lyrics."
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And he's the singer. So,
and if you've seen the interviews with them, you know, like Christian, their bass player, he's kind of like laid back, and he seems like he just wants to jam. And Jesse's kind of like Jesse was. It was Paul, Christian, and Jesse was the drummer, and he's with was it Joe Mansman in the Midnight Revival band right now, and they're doing very well. But Jesse was kind of like I saw him as me. When I was in Life on Fire.
Yeah, where you're the motivated one. You're the one who's like, come on, guys.
Yeah. We're like trying to find gigs and recording and techniques and all this stuff and practice and play until we get it down right. And, you know, it just, there's people that do that at different levels. And, you know, people that get bored too.
Yeah.
If you get bored doing what you're, you know, making music and writing it, and there's no point in doing it. So, you know, whatever. Maybe they figure their shit out. Maybe they don't. Whatever. They're talented guys. It's just let's just be thankful for what we have from them. Okay? Francis Dean, spelled Frances Dean, Dean. And then American Film History. If you can't spell those, I don't know what to do for you. This is a podcast, not a spelling bee. What you drinking?
So this is the Revolution.
It's What Are You Drinking? It sure fucking is.
What Are You Drinking bumper is starting to grate on me.
We need a new one.
Yeah, just less loud. Loud.
See, the first thing I was like, all right, we need a new What Are You Drinking one. The first thing that my mind went to is like hardcore death metal. So maybe not. Maybe more of like a Frank McGinnis kind of vibe.
Yeah. Or like loungy. How about a loungy?
More lounging.
Yeah.
It's What Are You Drinking?
Yeah, perfect.
I can do
Think
something
Richard
like that.
Cheese.
Yeah, perfect. Anyway, what are you drinking?
So this is the Slate Point Meadery Revolution. It's their hopped mead, 7% alcohol. It's very bright.
Is
It's slightly. Well, that's what the sign at work says.
6.5, I think it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Maybe. Whatever.
What does the can say?
This is
can says 6.5. So you're probably right.
There you go.
6.5% alcohol. It's very bright, very refreshing. It's a little on the sweet. No, not really. I would call it a slightly sweet mead. Very slightly.
When people come to the shop at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, we have two kinds of meads. We have the black currant. And we currently have the Revolution.
Mike's asking me what's the story with Goonies 2. Like I know.
I don't fucking know, Mike. You know more than we do when it comes to movies. You douche.
I'll reach out to Sean on Twitter because that's exactly what I would have to do.
Yeah.
It's not like he comes over my house. He's out in L.A.
So when people come into the shop and they ask about our mead, we have the black currant and the Revolution. I say the black currant is more like a red wine, a light red wine, and the Revolution is more like a cider. But they are both meads. One is a session mead that's slightly carbonated, which is the Revolution, and the other one's straight up mead wine.
Yeah. This one, I would say, I mean, you could make that, connection with a cider, but I always try and stress like it's not anything like anything you've ever had.
Yeah.
Like I would say as far as alcohol, as far as sweetness, as far as drinkability, it's in that lane of a cider. Because it's not a beer, it's not really bubbly.
Yeah.
If it were really bubbly, it'd be more like a champagne. But it doesn't taste like a cider at all. It has such a bigger mouthfeel.
Yeah, I just tell people it pours like a cider, but it's got way more depth of flavor. It doesn't give you heartburn, which is the biggest plus. I can't tell you how bad some ciders are on me. Whew. They fucking ruin me if you drink too many of them.
But I really enjoy this. We got it available in cans at the Crafted Cup right now. That's just our Raymond Avenue location. We don't serve alcohol at the mall location because of laws. So we got that available now. and they are also have agreed to give us a sixtel of the Revolution mead for Creatorfest. So even if we don't find a wine sponsor, we would definitely have, a gluten-free alcohol option.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we will find a wine sponsor too. But if you know anybody, let us know.
Yeah, there's a couple wineries.
Ryan's mommy is working on it.
Yeah, not really.
No.
I mean, she is, but not
Yeah.
right now. She's in the Keys right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing the whole Jimmy Buffett thing, whatever that may be. Eating a cheeseburger and drinking a margarita and singing about that for 40 years.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, welcome. We had a cancellation from our guest that we were supposed to have on Skate 45. Just nothing major. Just didn't work out. Check out sk845.com for more information about them. They're a local skate shop. They're on Raymond Avenue. This and that. Hopefully we'll have them on soon so we can figure out what the fuck they're all about.
Yeah. Anybody out there, let me know if you'd be interested in having Dead Radio skateboards out in the world.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because we can't really do them at a price point where we'll make money, but I'd just be happy to produce them and sell them somewhere.
Yeah. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. I really wanted to talk about this. This is kind of nuts because there is a little bit of controversy surrounding it. Have we talked about Paula's Public House on the show?
Probably not.
If you're familiar with the area on 376, heading toward Washington, what did it used to be? Heading toward Washington? Did I just say that?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Heading toward Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Red Oaks
heading
Mill.
toward Wappingers in Poughkeepsie. It's Red Oaks Mill.
Yeah, it's 376 from Poughkeepsie into Red Oaks Mill.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 376 right before it turns into Vassar Road.
Yeah.
Right before the mobile there.
Well, it used to be called Mulligan's.
Mulligan's, that was the place. I stopped there in my youth. When
Sherry
I was
used to work there.
Driving around a bunch of drunks while being drunk, it was not a good night. I had a Guinness there, and I promptly drove home terrified.
Don't drink and drive.
That was the one night when I was drunk and driving and never did it again because of that.
Yeah, that's
actually wait. No,
very bad idea.
That's one of the two times. Did 2 times. Sorry. But that one was fucking terrifying. I'm
Mike
thinking about
Bleakley
the other
checking
one.
in. It is Mulligan's.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
It's the delay. But we appreciate it.
How's the ire? So Paula's Public House is what it's called now. They are closed for renovations at the moment.
Dude, I drove by there the other day.
Is it?
The entire wall has been cut out.
Well, yeah. Here, let me show you real quick what the damage was. Apparently, that's the actual damage. You can check out Hudson Valley Post is where I find a lot of my articles, just so everybody knows. They're the good people at Town Square.
Kia is surprisingly unscathed.
Yeah. Well done, Kia.
But apparently the big thing was he squarely hit a radiator
so,
on the opposite side of the wall.
Allegedly overdosing on heroin. It's allegedly because legally you can't say he actually was.
Yeah.
And we'll read on and
you make a decision.
Make
for
your own
yourself.
decision. But he's on fucking heroin. A man allegedly overdosing on heroin drove into a popular Hudson Valley restaurant. I had no idea that they were popular. Good for them. Paula's Public House in the town of Poughkeepsie announced on Facebook a car drove directly into the outside of the restaurant and into the building, causing a lot of damage to the outside and inside of the building. The driver administered heroin moments before the crash. To be honest, I want to know if he was doing it while he was driving or did he pull over and then start driving?
I think he pulled over, shot up, and then was about to leave and just really overdid it.
You think?
They said he circled the parking lot several times before he crashed into the building.
Oh, so he probably did it in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long that shit takes to,
I think it's pretty instant.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know. You're fucking mainlining it, so.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine it's pretty instant.
So this is
100% of my knowledge of heroin is from movies and documentaries, so I don't really know.
Paula's Public House on Facebook. Who Paula? I can't remember her last name. She runs the site. This was her. This is probably her words, most likely. He was dead on the scene, but because of the quick and brave actions taken by my chef Justin, my bartender Tracy Albertson. I know who that is. I won't say her last name, but I know who that is.
You just said her name.
It's not her last name.
Oh, okay.
2 customers. Hold on. Let me read this again. Because of the quick and brave actions taken by my chef Justin, my bartender Tracy, 2 customers, and the swift response of police and fire departments who administered 3 doses of Narcan, the driver was brought back to life. This is what she wrote on Facebook. Narcan is a drug proven to reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. Calls to the town of Poughkeepsie Police Department and to confirm Narcan was used haven't been returned as of this writing. No one was hurt inside the restaurant, but the damage will force the eatery to be closed indefinitely for repairs. The drug epidemic has affected all of us. In this case, no person has died. We were lucky. This is what Paula's Public House said on Facebook. Now, I have their Facebook posts up right now.
Did you saw the picture from inside, right? Like from right after it happened?
I did. Yeah.
There was a radiator, like one of those big wrought iron radiators.
Fuck yeah, man.
And that fucking thing apparently flew across the room and bounced off the bar and bounced back another 5 feet.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you.
It's like right in the middle, but apparently,
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, apparently that hit the bar and then slid back.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, but in any case, let me just bring this back over here so I can fucking.
Yeah.
So there has been a couple posts that she has made that a lot of people, again, this is the world we live in. She made this post, and then there's a lot of people who are on her side and a lot of people who are giving them shit.
How are you giving them shit about what?
Here's the post. This is on February 27th. This is what the Paula's Public House says on Facebook. Due to the actions of a person who is actively high on heroin, having just administered it to themselves, my restaurant is closed and will be for the next few days. This person drove directly through the outside wall and into the building, causing vast amounts of damage. Thankfully, beyond thankfully, no one was hurt. He was dead on the scene, but because of the quick and brave actions we've heard this part. As of now, we are closed for business until my contractor can do the necessary repairs. Many thanks to all the first responders, the town of Poughkeepsie building department inspectors, and many apologies to my customers for this inconvenience. The drug epidemic has affected us all. In this case, no person died. We were lucky. And apparently, they got a lot of some like crazy ass comments. Like I can't sift through all this bullshit in the middle of a show. It would take me forever just to come up with a bunch of nonsense from people who were just writing ridiculous shit. And it's basically a lot of people like attacking Paula's Public House for this post. I'm not really seeing why.
I don't understand why you would attack her for that post.
Because she doesn't have any sympathy for the addict? But at the same
but
time,
she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything that was incorrect.
But when do they, like, when
it would have been weird if she said like he was a black guy. Then I could understand.
Some fucking black guy. Of that.
Like
that makes
that I could
perfect
get,
sense.
but they might do something for.
There's a lot of fucking comments, and they caught a rash of shit, but I don't really understand why, because honestly, let's put the whole addiction is a disease, blah blah blah. Let's just hold on. Let's put that off to the side for a second.
She stated
this woman,
facts.
She owns. It's her restaurant.
Yeah,
she's owned it proudly. She's on YouTube. She's very active in social media. I know about this. I've never eaten there. It's not really our fare. We can't eat a lot of shit anyway. We're a pain in the ass to go out. Doesn't matter. People are like freaking out over it. Is she allowed to be mad that
Yeah.
someone shot up
Yeah, you're allowed to
heroin
be, of
and
course.
crashed
Yeah.
into her place? Can she just be
Yeah.
mad?
I'm trying to find her original post.
That just
Yeah.
go to Paula's Public House
Yeah,
and
yeah.
click on post and scroll down. It's the first. The first one is February 27th.
617 comments.
Yeah, 617 comments, 892 shares, almost 2,000 like reactions to it. It's just let her be mad that some fucking
Yeah.
asshole crashed into her place.
Well, your mom had a good point, actually. I won't read it. But
No, read it. Fuck it.
If
she didn't- if she-
the gist of
it's
it
not
is
private. If
the
she didn't
gist of
want
it
it
is like,
read,
why
she
are you letting this nonsense continue? Turn off notification for this post.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
again, because I mean, I've watched Paula's videos. Nothing against her. She's like very like vocal and very like, she's a spark plug. So she's answering these comments
Yeah.
on social media. She just doesn't know, man. She just doesn't know that you don't answer, don't engage,
Yeah.
delete. Just delete them and forget about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, people.
Okay,
are,
what I'm seeing here, it's mostly people going, "Wow, everyone's assholes."
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
And all the comments are being deleted. She finally wised up.
Yeah,
and-
I would
and
say
started
it's
doing that.
silly or ignorant post about. Yeah, like people are on their high horse about fucking name calling and fucking
Addiction and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, no, they're just like, due to the actions of a heroin addict, seriously, real nice. Thank God he's all right. But you posting like this, some SMTH, I don't know what the fuck that means. Count my business out for life. What?
SMTH, social media. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Man, these kids these days with their fucking abbreviations. SMTH? Something.
Yeah, it's she's engaging with him is the problem. You need to let it just play out. Just let it happen. And then, say what you're going to say. And if people want to fight in your fucking comments, they can do that. But it's always going to wind up being that the trolls, they're going to get more if you engage with them.
And it's funny because the more the trolling thing goes on, the more I think trolls don't even realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
That they're being trolls. They think they're actually being like contributing members of society. So
I've gone through probably 40 posts so far. Yeah, I've seen one that was like a person that was really legitimately trying to be like, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, addicts are people too. I'm one of them. I'm clean. I would rephrase how. Oh my god.
Yeah, congratulations,
No,
you're people
no,
too, but you're ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah, your building is fixable. Life is not. Yeah, that fucking piece of shit got behind the wheel of a car and endangered dozens of people. What if he killed somebody? Are you still allowed to call him a piece of shit? Pretty sure you are.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's the thing.
Yeah, and okay, I want to talk about his grammar. Addicts are people too, exclamation point, exclamation point. I'm with no apostrophe. One of them, I'm clean. I'm is lowercase with I, no apostrophe. I would, period, rephrase how you put this. Thank God no, N-O is capitalized, one was hurt. Especially the person who has the disease of addiction. Your building is fixable, a life is not. Guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to comment on it because I'm not going to give him, I'll say it here.
Yeah.
But why would I bother fucking getting this shit in my news feed for the next month?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
And following all that nonsense, Paula's Public House did another post which has significantly less interactions and comments.
Yeah.
It says, it is with a truly humble heart that I thank each and every person who took the time to comment regarding the events that occurred at the Public House yesterday. What has become absolutely apparent in the comments is that the opioid and drug epidemic, which has touched so many lives, must be addressed and must be stopped. In the next few weeks, I hope to organize an event designed to bring information about this situation and inspiration to our folks in our community to help us all help one another. Understanding a problem is the first step in solving it. Please stay tuned. And again, thank all of you. And now she's putting together a some sort of benefit or something to that effect, some sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's going. So see what you did. Now you're making her do event planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not.
maybe- I
It's
would
bad
like-
enough
I
that
would
we
like to
have
talk to her about
now
it,
she
'cause-
has to do it.
'cause, like, I don't know her that well, but she comes into the coffee shop a lot, and I've talked to her a bunch of times about potentially doing an interview or doing a live event at their place or something like that. So maybe this would be a good opportunity to just have a conversation with her about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and promote whatever event she's going to do.
Yep.
So I'll reach out to her. But I think in closing, what I have to say is, did the guy go to jail? Because he's fucking going to go to jail for operating a vehicle under the influence of heroin. He committed a crime. Yes, he deserves help. But he should get help while in jail.
Yeah.
Because he endangered the law. Like, nobody's going to tell me if I have a fucking drinking problem that it's okay for me to drink and drive.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to fucking say that. If that was just some drunk asshole, it would be, that guy's just some drunk ass. Although if he's crashing into a bar, it probably would have been you overserved him. But like, let's say that was just a restaurant and he was from the fucking bar across the street and he, drove into a fucking building. That shit happens all the time. Do you see Pizzeria Uno? Somebody crashed in the side of that fucking building a month ago too, but nobody said anything because it was closed at the time. Guy probably just pulled out.
I haven't seen.
Yeah. Next time you go over to Darkside, you can see where they jumped the curb and smashed into the fucking wood on the side of the building.
Eric J. Belinsky, a 32-year-old Wappingers Falls man, was charged with driving while ability impaired by the use of drugs and first-degree aggravated unlicensed operation. After police said he drove a 2009 operation of a motor vehicle, is what it should say in there. After police say he drove his 2009 Subaru Impreza into
the Subaru. I thought it was Kia.
It looked, yeah.
That looked like a Kia.
Corrections and hold on. We got to do this.
From the Corrections Omissions
Could
Department.
be wrong, or they're wrong. I don't know.
From the Corrections and Omissions Department.
Notes from the Corrections and Omissions Department. It's a 2009. That's probably why. Oh wow, that I didn't mean for that to fade out. It just kind of did. I'm trying to find it.
Are you trying to find the picture?
Here it is.
Oh yeah, that's why it's a newer Subaru. But it is a Subaru, so sorry everyone.
Yeah,
but again,
yeah,
it
corrections
looks,
and omissions. It's not a Kia, it's a Subaru.
Yeah,
and props to Subaru.
Yeah, I mean that
for making a really solid car.
Yeah, they had those commercials were like they survived.
Yeah,
it's the same. Like that car looks like you could just have driven it away. He had to have hit that at like 20, 25 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's just fucking drywall and wood, but
yeah, this fucker's he's in jail.
Oh yeah,
he ain't coming out anytime soon either.
So got Tony checking in. She said I was tempted to leave a comment that said my calamari was subpar amidst the chaos in that post. Or just like, can I see a menu?
Tony's so goddamn funny. Yeah. He was arraigned in town court, sent to Dutchess County Jail, $40,000 bail or $80,000 bond. I wonder if Mom got that bond.
Oh Jesus, that would have been funny.
But Arlington Fire Department and Mobile Life Services assisted at the scene. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
No timeline for when they're reopening. If you're interested, just keep an eye on their social media.
Yeah, it looks like they're replacing the entire wall.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Because I drove past there the other day.
Oh yeah, look at this. This is the Paul's Public House on Facebook
Yeah.
for all their, if you're curious. They're replacing the entire. They probably have to because there was probably more structural damage.
And there was probably plumbing damage too.
Oh
because
yeah.
of the radiators.
Fucking radiators
Yeah.
spewing gas and oil or whatever, or oil everywhere.
No, it's probably water.
Or water, yeah, they're water heaters. That's right.
It depends. I mean, some radiators are oil filled, but they use a boiler to heat that up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking plumber.
I had them at my old place, and
yeah, radiators are great. It's cold all the time.
we had the one. Yeah, we had the ones that are like only like 2 feet long.
Mhm.
This one was like 6 or 8 feet. This was like 6.
It was really big.
was even
If somebody
maybe
was
7
standing in
feet
front
long.
of that, they would have gotten very hurt.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, thoughts and
everyone's
prayers.
okay. I was just gonna say that too. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. This is an epidemic.
By the way, now, like, you remember you told that story about the lady who needed a glass of water?
Yes.
Whenever I do an
I
old
need some
person's
water.
whenever I do an old person's voice, it's that now.
That's it. That's
And
okay.
the other day, Amy fell in the shower.
What happened?
Yeah. So she's fine. She just like bruised her knee.
Uh-huh.
But now I just keep going like, so I order your life alert bracelet. It'll be here tomorrow. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh my God! I need
So.
to pull up that old commercial right now.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, so that's the running joke now in the house. She's like sitting on the couch with her heated blanket and all her dogs. Like, can I get you a glass of water?
Can I get you some chamomile tea with some lemon?
Yeah.
And now YouTube is frozen. Thanks, guys.
Oh, good. Speaking of YouTube.
Oh no! What happened? Oh, here it is. Life call commercial.
Recently, when I became
We're gonna get
ill,
fucking
I was able
tagged
to
for
summon
this.
No, we're
an
not.
ambulance, my next
It's
door
got
neighbor,
2
my family,
million
and my
views.
doctor without picking up a telephone. I used this remote control to contact Life Call. My
Kinda sounds like it.
This is
Yeah.
This is what this.
I
this
need a glass of water.
It might have been
Just
this
press
woman.
this button and speak into the air.
I'm dying.
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See? Protect yourself with Life Call, and you're never alone.
Amy's gonna be so
Get
mad at me when she
complete free
listens to this.
information by mail about this affordable medical emergency
that fucking
response
thing!
system. Call toll free
It's
now.
as big as a.
Life
It's
Call
as
can
big as
save
a
your life.
router.
So really,
Free
it's
details
not.
by mail right
So
away.
what it does is you press that button and it turns on an intercom in another room, and then you have to yell.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It sends a.
So
it
if you've
sends
got
a
if
notification
you've got
directly
a
to the
2-floor
police.
home, you're fucked. You need 2 of them.
I'm having chest pain. Fucking Tony. There's no fucking way that she heard that.
No, not yet. Oh God.
Oh, thank you, Tony. I'm having chest pain. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Miller, we're calling paramedics for you right now.
Casting call for generic old people for a Life Alert commercial or whatever. Oh man.
I'll write down casting call for generic old people.
Yeah. Those voices get stuck in your head. Yeah, every time. So, I don't know, man. What else you got?
Got a couple things.
Oh, good. Let's go.
So we got Hudson Valley Hank makes Accord great again.
Oh, boy.
So why don't we'll play a couple little clips from this.
All right, you got it queued up?
Yeah.
That's good. Perfect. Our good friend Hudson Valley Hank was on. Who's on 2 shows
you gotta
ago.
give me some volume.
My fans had been asking when I would start giving back to the second greatest valley on earth.
I do
And
like
since
that he
there
went
ain't no
back to
time
the,
like present,
Sweet
I
Child
figure
of
I'd
Mine.
get off my pimply posterior and use my position of power to propel him
Do
the
you
Hudson
see he's
Valley
got-
to new heights
hang on,
presently.
hang on.
Despite the
Part of me wants to write a song
Can
for
you?
him.
Yeah.
Like I
can
just
you-
want to
can
take
you
all
pull me
the
up over here.
I just want to take all the chords and stuff from Sweet Child of Mine, rearrange them a little bit, and make
Yeah,
him
so
a
you-
song.
Yeah, so you can get away with it.
Yeah. So there's nothing hindering him from becoming famous. What do you?
What is this? Like an old drill.
That looks like an old wooden gear drill.
Yeah, it's like you put this in your gut.
No, you hold.
No,
Yeah.
but look, it's got like a little saddle thingy.
Oh yeah, you
and then you
lean
got the
on it with
2
your stomach,
cranks.
and it's a dual crank. It's a dual crank drill. Where the
Yeah.
fuck did he find that?
In his parents' basement.
He's such a psycho.
X is on my tag, and the way my voluptuous titties sag, old Hank is only one man. So I had to winnow down the window of assistance from the entire second greatest valley on earth to one manageable municipality. Partially because I'm selfish, but mostly because I'm
municipality.
lazy, old Hank has chosen to focus his efforts on his hometown of Accord, New York.
I like how he's like.
With over a decade of calling this harmonious hamlet home, old Hank has come to the conclusion that Accord must have been what John Denver was actually singing about when he mistakenly called out West Virginia in his 1971 mega hit, Take Me Home Country Roads. Because Accord is truly almost heaven, while West Virginia is a collapsed coal mine full of meth mouth, mellow yellow, and MAGA hats. Even though Accord is the closest thing we have to perfection here on Earth, old Hank would still like to take a stab at improving it. For starters, it was brought to my attention by my good friends over at the Dead Radio podcast that there is a pronunciation problem with the name of my hospitable hamlet. Those fellers and the ill-informed internet ignorami believe Accord is actually pronounced like the mid-sized sedan that has won the most J.D. Power and Associate awards for dependability. In old Hank's civilian opinion, we should just let the rest of the free world go on calling our town whatever the hell they want. It's our own secret test to separate the 562 real residents of the 13404 from those that only wish they lived here.
So thanks for the shout out.
Thank you, Hudson
And
Valley
then he goes
Hank.
on to talk about how he doesn't like this traffic light or something.
It looks dangerous. Like if you watch the video, you're like, shit, this.
It
Also
also
you could
looks
get killed here.
It also looks just terrible. Like a person who lives in LA who's like, I wonder who this Hudson Valley Hank guy is. They look at this image and they go, fuck that place. It's like dirty trucks and salt, and it looks the same in Poughkeepsie, so I'm not like digging at Accord. It's just more about like this is why people leave the Northeast.
Oh yeah,
is this image right here? They just go fuck this.
An unwashed box truck driving.
And then
through.
you talk to people down in like North Carolina, and you're just like, yeah, you want to know what else? A house there cost $150,000, and they're like, "Fuck you! I am never going there." Yeah, they charge you to drive on the roads in New York. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but Jesus,
I really. If you're not watching Hudson Valley Hank, then there's something fucking. If you're not laughing at Hudson Valley Hank's posts, there's something wrong with you.
Even Amber likes Hudson Valley Hank.
He's the best.
She doesn't like anything.
He like the meth addicted
MAGA hat.
No,
Something.
it was meth addicted.
It was collapse coal mine.
Meth addicted, mellow yellow drinking, MAGA hat wearing citizens or some shit
something
like
that.
That's beautiful. That's poetry.
Yeah.
He knew he couldn't rhyme everything, but he just used M words.
Yeah.
That takes talent. I love Hudson Valley Hank. Hudson Valley Hank on YouTube. He has more views than we do on our videos. Good for him.
He's got 300 on that one.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
We don't have 300 combined in the past 10.
This show, I mean, I like that we do the YouTube, but it's not.
It's not what we're. Yeah, it's not what we're about.
Yeah.
We're long form listening. We've talked about this before. People are tired of it. Let's.
What else do we have to talk about? There's one more thing. Oh, I'm going to Iceland.
Oh, Iceland. Yeah.
Iceland.
You're gonna look
Reykjavik.
at the.
Go ahead and try and type that into Google.
Yeah.
It actually comes up pretty easily.
Spell it phonetically.
Everyone spells it wrong. So yeah, hoping to see some northern lights.
It's spelled RAKEEH
umlaut.
VICK JJJJJJ.
Yeah, but we got a pretty good deal. It's cheaper to fly there than fly to
Fuck
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah.
The secret's not out yet.
But it has been. Like fucking BuzzFeed had a thing about it 2 years ago.
I know, but people are like, Iceland, nah. No one's looking at Iceland. It's going to take some people going there for cheap.
Yeah.
And then coming back with, like, this place is fucking great.
From what I've heard, is it's very cheap to go there. But it's very expensive to stay there.
Yeah.
So it's fucking, it's an island. It's an icy island in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's shipped in. So the food's very expensive.
Yeah.
But if you don't stay in a hotel, which we're doing in Airbnb, play the sounder.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Have you ever heard of Airbnb?
Jesus,
I love how it's so loud.
It's so fucking loud. And it's not even that loud.
Like
it's not as loud as the rest of this shit. Hold on.
So,
let's try again. Hold on.
Oh my God. Have you ever heard of
Airbnb? It was like super distorted. But
oh my God.
There you go.
Have you ever heard of Airbnb?
Okay.
It gets more awkward every time I hear it. Just her terrible acting just coming through. But yeah, we found a place for like $90 a night.
Yeah.
And they, so Amy sends me a couple of things, and she's like, "Hey, it's it's this much." I don't remember exactly how, but it was only like a few $100, fly round trip each.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Fuck it, just go for it." And we got the insurance, so if we have to cancel, it's only going to cost us, a couple $100 or something like that. So I was like, "Fuck it, just do it." We're good on money right now. We're not going to be good on money in a year, and we're going to use that as an excuse to not do anything. But now we're committed. Now we have to do it.
It's better that way.
So then I think it was the next day or the day after, she wakes me up at 7 a.m, right? When I had been up editing Sean Astin's video for Lou until like 3:30. She wakes me up at 7 and goes, "I need you to pay $400 for this Airbnb right now," because they did like a 50% down thing in exchange for giving us a discount.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Huh? What? You need $400 for what?" Okay. Can I just give you my card?
Did you go for the safe to get your gun?
No. I genuinely got scared, and then I got worried, and then I was like, I don't know if but it's a good thing, like, we're okay on money right now. So, yeah. And we're okay on money right now because I finally got my 2017 tax return. Yeah.
Oh,
it took a long fucking time. But that's a whole different story.
2019 is going to be quite a feat, too, from what I've been told from a lot of people.
I just did my taxes today. I got fucking like $2,500
back. Good for you.
Well, it's good and it's bad.
We're getting bent over a fucking log.
Yeah. So for me, in my opinion, the best thing that you can possibly do,
is not pay your taxes.
No, do your taxes, and then
have a good night, everyone.
Do your taxes, and then you owe them $200.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it, because otherwise people are like, dude, I got a $4,000 tax return. I'm like, dude, you just lent the government $4,000 for 0 interest for a year.
Yeah.
You are an idiot. Adjust your fucking tax forms. So my thing was when
I did that accidentally.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you fucking fill that thing out wrong, boy, do you get fucked.
That's what happened to me the last 2 years.
Because if you read it and fill it out, it reads weird. So you fill it out wrong.
Yeah. It's very confusing, and I think it's purposely confusing.
Yes.
But the first year I started the business, I lost money. With all my write-offs and all of that, like, it was a wash. Like, I spent $10,000 to start my business.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you're not going to make that up in the next year, especially when you're just doing it part-time. So then the following year, made a lot of money. It was like 15 grand, 20 grand, something like that. So I wound up owing like $3,000. Yeah. Right. I was able to pay some of it. This is 2016 tax return. So I'm still paying on it in 2017. Right. So because of that, and because I had to file, I wound up having to file late because I couldn't afford. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to get an extension, and I'm not going to start the payment plan until fucking October or whatever it is. So I waited as long as possible. Because of that extension and everything being late, I didn't pay any fees or anything like that. I did everything properly. But because of that, and because I think it was because I had such a large outstanding balance, when I went to do my 2017 tax return, it wasn't accepting my AGI, adjusted gross income. This is fucking boring.
HCONGN2MENDXRKKBO60BBL5F3GFURSBF.
So the very abbreviated version of that was I submitted my taxes. They got rejected. I had to fix a few things. They got rejected a couple of times. Nothing major. It was just because like certain paperwork was not properly done. And because I was doing it by mail, I wasn't doing it electronically because of all of this crap. So I didn't file my tax return until December 20-something-ish. Right when the government shut down. So that's my 2017 tax return that I've now been waiting almost a year to get worked out. But I had also had, because I had such a huge tax bill the previous year. Do you remember it was 2 summers ago? So it was summer 2016. I didn't have a single day off for like 5 months. I did tons of weddings, and I was making a good amount of money, but I had no time off, and I was dying. I was dying, and it was affecting, me and Amy were like fighting a lot because we didn't see, well, not really fighting a lot, but we didn't see each other enough, and it sucked. So the following summer, 2017, I was like, I'm not going to take as many weddings. So I dialed back my weddings. But the thing that I forgot was I had my tax stuff with Crafted Cup taking an extra $50 a week out of my check. So that's $200 a month. Oh, because I was basing that on I'm probably going to get a $3,000 tax bill. So I had that all coming out, did all this shit, and then I finally like get my tax return done. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm getting how much back? $3,000. So now we're full on into 2018 by the time I realized this. And I was like, shit, I'm still paying that money. So I went online and changed it, and it was like giving myself a $200 a week rate or $200 a month raise. It was great. So because I paid into that for like 6 months and I still had the same kind of situation, I'm getting another like $2,500 back. So as of next week, whenever I get it, I'm going to be completely debt-free aside from my student loans.
Oh, shit.
Just in time to go into a bunch of debt for the wedding.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah. But
that
I also
works.
But I also need I need to buy a new camera. And I'm not bringing my drone to Iceland. I'm selling my drone and getting a much smaller one because I can't not have a drone.
Yeah, because you got a chance at the Aurora
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
So, yeah, we're going in fairly peak season. It's from what I was reading, it's kind of the beginning and the end of the season. So we're going end of September. It starts in early September, so we're going end of September, and then it goes for like another month after that, and then it calms down during the dead of winter when there's not as much weather.
Where death is
just
upon
fucking
us.
cold, and then it starts to pick back up because it's the movie. I think it's magnetism, but it's also affected by humidity.
Yeah.
So it's like the moving weather systems are what make it kind of move and shimmer and all that shit. I don't really
and
understand.
magic.
Yeah, and magic. Yeah. So we're gonna go whale watching, and hopefully see the northern lights.
Gonna watch the whales.
Yeah. And then today I'm like researching. I won't get into cameras or drones.
Can you bring back? Are you allowed to? You're allowed to bring back booze, right?
Probably.
Can you? Yeah. As a request.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'll pay for it. I want you to bring me back an Icelandic, like, you know how in Brazil they got that weird sugarcane fucking liquor?
Yeah.
If they have anything over there like that.
Yeah, it's made with like fucking fish oil.
Yeah. It's like it's the testicles of some shark.
Did you ever watch what the fuck is the name of that show? Amy's gonna be screaming into her phone when she listens to this. It had Dennis Quaid in it. It's on Netflix. Fuck. It's
Rescue Me?
No. I'm getting there. I'm going to find it. Fortitude. Really fucking great show. Really great. Dennis Quaid. Well, he's in the thumbnail, and you watch the whole first season, you're like, where the fuck is Dennis Quaid? He's not in until the second season. But it's this very weird show that takes place in Iceland, and it's actually in Reykjavik.
Okay.
And like there's all these weird things, like it's actually illegal to die there.
Where?
In Reykjavik.
Oh, okay.
So if you're 95 years old and you have leukemia, you need to leave.
Yeah, you gotta get the fuck out because you're a burden and no one wants you.
And there's
I
just
like
shit
Iceland.
There's just shit like
just push him out on a boat.
So I think it takes place. I think it takes place like on a fictional little island or something like that. I'd have to rewatch it. But the show is about this like they find.
Did you say Dennis Leary or
Dennis Quaid?
I think you said Dennis Leary.
No.
Are you sure?
No, I said Dennis Quaid multiple times.
Okay, let's go back.
And then I also Googled Dennis Quaid, but you said that Rescue Me show, which is Dennis Leary.
Okay. So maybe I fucked myself up. Okay.
I mean, I might have said it once, but I don't think I did.
They have a shitload of fucking weird-ass liquors in Iceland.
Cool.
Do you want to
me
hear
a
about
list,
it?
Yeah.
All right, so
I was also told you should buy liquor at the airport when you show up. Just buy like cases.
Okay.
Because it's very expensive.
So there's Brennivin, and I'm just
Brennivin.
Got it. I'm phonetically spelling this. There's a bunch of like little things attached to it. I'm not sure what to is an unsweetened schnapps that is made from potato mash. Just like pictured mashed, like, garlic mashed potatoes being
just being ladled into a still.
Potato mash and seasoned with caraway, cumin, and angelica. Very distinct
sounds
taste.
interesting.
80 proof. There's also Falagrasa moss schnapps. This is a drink that is made from ocean moss that is soaked in an alcohol solution. No artificial ingredients are added. This drink is used medicinally for years. If you have a cough from the cold Iceland condition, this is one of the most alcoholic beverages in Iceland, and it will help you. Viking.
It will help you.
Viking Gold. Beer was illegal up into the late 1980s. Beer was illegal in Iceland. Things have changed, and Viking Gold beer is a favorite of both locals and tourists alike. Is a strong lager beer and has won many awards.
Awards.
Awards. I'm already speaking like my cousins. And then there's Bjorliki, another beer. Opal. Popular drink in Iceland because there is candy with the same flavor as the alcohol. When children bypass the candy stage, they go to the Opal. It's said to taste like Vicks cough drops, which may not be appetizing to some. Sounds good to me. Topaz, a liquor made from many herbs and sweet licorice. Not a licorice guy.
That surprises me, but I did know that about you.
Isofol gin. Skip the schnapps and vodka and go straight to the gin. Isofol gin is slightly dry gin with smooth taste. I'm thinking it's a toss-up between the Opal,
I think the first one.
the Moss schnapps, or the Brennivin.
Yeah.
So, one or all three.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to definitely buy a bunch of stuff.
We're gonna have a
But,
hell of a what are you drinking? I
yeah.
really want to go to Iceland, and I want to go to the to Scandinavia.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, we've talked
Yeah.
about our friend that went over to Copenhagen.
Mhm.
It's cheap to go there because no one thinks to fucking go there.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of cool, these
Well,
places, and it's really nice too. Get it? Because it's cold. It's cool.
Yeah. Angela's boyfriend went there apparently, so I'm gonna kind of pick his brain about some stuff because he's a photographer, videographer too.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
wonderful.
So, Tanner's new drone went to Iceland.
And back.
Yeah,
On one
so-
charge. It's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I did. I applied for financing for a new camera because Canon's offering like 2% interest right now. So I'm hoping that I can get, because then I can get the camera that I want, not the camera that would work for the next couple of years. So I'm hoping to get that along with a new, smaller, more compact drone. It won't even necessarily be better than the one that I have. It'll just be smaller.
Yeah, because when you're hovering
Yeah.
that outside of a 16-year-old girl's window, it makes
They
too
got
much
one
noise.
they got one with a zoom feature now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking
So my
drones.
if I get approved for the financing, my drone will be up for sale. So I'll even throw in the footage of Bosch in the shower from outside of his window.
It didn't make the cut, but somebody in the Hudson Valley shot down a drone that was looking
Yeah.
for their lost dog.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
I was just afraid we were going to go on a drone tangent.
They are being prosecuted.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they found the guy.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Should be shooting shit out of the air. I mean, I know.
No. The thing is, if it's over your private property, I could see the argument. Still illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't own the air. You just don't. If it's 10 feet above your house looking through a window, sure, shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah. If anybody's seen
Yeah.
Super Troopers, you don't own the water. So how the hell can you own the air? Titles.
All right. I think I know what it's going to be.
God's water.
So we've got the recent future.
All right.
Remain vigilant. And casting call for generic old people.
That's the one.
I kind of like remain vigilant.
Oh, no. What do you got here for hashtags, at least?
Just Francis Dean and American film history.
Oh,
Because we
okay.
should be putting those in there.
Problem.
We should be doing all the beers we're drinking, Slate Point Meadery.
Hashtag Thrash Ratchet as well.
right. Let's see. Is anybody still listening on YouTube?
All right. So you
hang on.
like remain vigilant? Oh, all right.
So Tony had to go. Her planet needs her.
Godspeed, Tony. Yeah.
Mike, are you still there?
Big shout out to
If you're still there, tell me which title you'd like. We'll wait.
Tony O from Knitting Is Metal. Mike
Premier
Bleakley.
sponsor of Hudson Valley Creatorfest.
Absolutely, yeah. Huge donation from Knitting
Is Metal, as well as a little side thing, doing her contest.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be, that could be even more money.
I'm not even sure if that's going on. Tony, send us the link if the Chumbawamba listening thing.
So it's not going to be,
it's
not Chumbawamba. I believe it's something terrible. It's like Puddle of Mud or something like that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
No, it's not Puddle of Mud.
That's
it's,
not even fun.
What's that Photograph song? What's the name of that band?
Oh, Nickelback.
It's Nickelback. Okay, Mike, we've got The Recent Future, Remain Viligant, or a casting call for generic old people. You can be our tiebreaker. I'm between Remain Viligant and casting call for generic old people is Ryan's choice.
Yeah, so. But yeah, big shout out to Knitting Is Metal, Mike Bleakley, and his lady, Vintage Lauren D, for throwing a sticker up in Dublin.
Watch, he fucking picks The Recent Future, and then we got a three-way split.
Yeah.
You can't even flip a coin at that point.
Also, Hudson Valley Hank for the mention, and for
just being an all-around good guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He wants it to be something terrible like Puddle of Mud. That wasn't a contender.
Son of a bitch. All right, how about rock, paper, scissors, or...
Can we just flip a coin?
Yeah, you got a coin?
Yeah, I've got this weird coin.
All right, we are flipping a Elizabethan 5 pence, a 5 pence coin to see whether or not we're going... I'll let you pick. Go ahead.
I was going to let you flip it and not assign.
Right.
I'll go with heads because I'm sure you want tails.
I do. It's heads. Remain vigilant.
Yeah, remain vigilant, everyone.
Mike just came in, casting call for old people. So now what do we do?
It's too late.
It's just a little bit too late.
Yeah, we already decided.
I turned my head and boom, the thing came up. Sorry, Mike.
You had already flipped the coin.
Circle that, please. That is the 5 pence. The 5 pence title deciding coin.
All right, let's hashtag just recent future.
Okay.
And we should also hashtag founders, Salt Point Meadery, and whatever wine you're drinking. Slate Point Meadery. Sorry, everyone.
Slate Point Meadery. Yeah, that's changed. Hashtag 7 moons. 7 moons. Sorry, Mike. It's not your fault. It's the buffer. We know. Or the buffer, the latency.
It's time travel.
It's time travel. We're in the future. You're in the past. Actually, no.
We're in the present. He's in the past.
Well, he's technically in the future because he's in...
When will then be
He's
now?
in Ireland.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we were trying to figure out what the fuck time it's going to be in Reykjavik. I still don't know. I just don't know. I know it's east of here. So I'm imagining it's earlier. Yeah, it looks like a 6-hour flight, but it might only be 3. I don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the time difference. I just don't know.
Yeah. Time zone in Iceland is 1:35 a.m. in the morning. So they're what?
Today's date?
Tuesday.
Okay, so they're behind us.
They're ahead of us.
They're ahead of us.
Today's
so it's 1:35 a.m. Tuesday.
They're 5 hours ahead of us?
Okay.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah. So
maybe
I'll be able to figure it out. I don't fucking know. Yeah.
All right, so
But that's good. That means I'll be able to get up early, right?
It is good. We did yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Sort of.
We did a short show, only 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah. We had a lot to talk about.
God damn it. We just can't
This
get it
was
done.
like old school show prep show.
I know. We had a lot
we had
of
local
stuff.
shit to talk about.
We're just Motoring through. All right. So thank you, everybody. Next week, I don't know.
I don't
Let's see.
remember.
I always forget.
There's
to cue
definitely
this up.
somebody.
Yeah, there is definitely somebody. It says nobody.
Really?
On my calendar.
I probably just didn't update your calendar. Hudson Valley Tattoo Company.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, so
All right.
I'm gonna touch base with him today.
Here, it has a little list.
All right, and
So,
they will be promoting Hudson Valley Tattoo Fest going on the
March
last weekend of the month.
March 29th, 30th, and 31st. Get your
Yes.
tickets. Hudson Valley Tattoo Company has been posting all about it. It's the Hudson Valley Tattoo Fest. It's at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. Get your tickets. Message some. You have to buy a ticket, and then it's not free tattoos all fucking day.
No. You make appointments and don't be a fucking asshole. Do your research.
Yeah, stop being stupid.
Yeah.
All right, gotta
so
go.
it's gonna be cool. We might be there in some capacity. We'll see.
Yeah, we gotta figure all that shit out. All right, next week, Hudson Valley Tattoo Company. See you then.
What language do they speak in Iceland?
Icelandic,
Hmm.
I believe. Hold on.
Cool.
Hold on.
We can leave.
You can't leave on a question.
I
like
wanted
that.
to.
Not for me.
I wanted them to linger longer. Figure out if we figured this out.
Yes.
Google. Icelandic.
Icelandic.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
Also, Finnish and Danish.
I feel like
mostly
eating
English.
there is going to be a problem for me because I don't.
You're gonna have a problem, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
be
mostly
like-
it's fish.
Yeah. It's all cod.
You have your choice of fish and probably pork.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'll just eat a lot of pork.
Fishy pork.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fishy pork is a good title. Oh God.